welcome back to the stadium. Before we do some introductions and officially welcome you back, we please ask that you rise if you are able for the playing of the national anthem, and then remain standing for the playing of the Hinsdale South High School fight song. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hinsdale South High School as we kick off this 2021 football season here in March. On behalf of Hinsdale Township High School District 86, Hinsdale South, its Department of Athletics, administration, and all of us associated with Hornet Nation, we thank you so much for joining us tonight as we finally get back to some normalcy here in 2021 as we kick off our football season. A couple reminders before we get started. Just remember, please, everyone in the stadium, face masks or face coverings are required during the entirety of the game, as is social distancing between households of at least 6 feet. We ask you this nicely and sternly as we want to keep this season going and not have any issues. So please, cooperate with event personnel when you are asked and wear...
Well, it is time for the long-awaited return of York Duke football, where tonight the Dukes of York will take on the Hinsdale South Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Hughes with you along with Dane, Emmerich. This is an exciting one. We're excited to be back. Dane, what are you looking for here tonight?
I'm looking for some good offense, for the Dukes, of course. I'm excited to see, what the full senior playmaking offense can do with a almost all junior offensive line, but mainly, like the seniors in Max Assad, Patrick Castner, Luke Malaga, Sammy Ayash. Those guys, I want to see them make plays, score a lot of points.
We're definitely all in for a treat. It's good to be back, right? We can just be happy to be here. I mean, this is a position, we didn't think we were going to be in a few short months ago, but we're just excited to be back. Coach Finn is excited to be back. And folks, football is back. It's a Friday night. York Dukes and the Hinsdale South Hornets. Here we go. This one, fielding away, comes with his Hinsdale South. And up across the 20 is where they will set up shop. Serrell on the return, and we'll get our first look at the Hinsdale South offense. Dane, we don't know too much about him, but, I mean, what can you tell us about the Duke defense?
I'm excited for the defense, running more of a coverage-style defense. Running, I don't know, I can't really see the numbers very well.
So Loudermilk, the 5'9" quarterback. Handoff here, ball out, and I believe we'll be going the other way. And on the first play of the 2021 season, we have a Duke fumble recovery. Hey, fitting. I mean, does it get much better
Oh,
than that?
no, it does not. The aggressiveness from the Dukes moving over to the ball.
Hey, we talked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we talked about defense, and you know, I was asking what were you looking for. It doesn't matter what we were looking for.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
exactly what we want to see. And with that, we'll get our first look at Max Assad and the Duke offense. You were talking about offensive line. How about wide receiver wise? What can we see from this offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, 4 starting wide receivers. Luke Malaga, Sammy Ash, Aaron Berman, and Cote line up in the slot. Patrick Castner in the backfield. A solid powerhouse running back.
You talk about that switching between Castner and Boyzen is the screen here to Malaga. He'll go and spinning up towards about the 21-yard line. Slight gain here will be coming up about 2nd and 8. And as Luke Malaga, the Cornell
commit.
I mean, it's a different look, right? You know, you talked about how, you know, we wanted to see something a little bit different besides the little, you know, screens here and there, maybe 5-yard dishes, but hey, whatever moves the ball. Castner going left side. Tough man to bring down. Real tough man to bring down. The Michigan Tech commit.
Man, he looks mean.
Up 4 will come up about 3rd and 1. Fast-paced offense here and a fast start for the Dukes. Assad the give to Castner up the gut again, and he'll get a first down. And
yeah, great
tell
play
you
call.
what, that's a great first sequence.
That's a great play call by Coach Fitz. You know, getting right up to the ball, snapping it, catching the defense off guard, and they're going to do it again.
Castner now to the right of Assad. Give again. Trying to cut back right, not much going.
Not much, but I do like the play call, getting right up to the line of scrimmage, hiking the ball, catching the defense off guard. They're already sucking wind.
And you talk about keeping the defense on their toes. That was quite a quick, you know, few plays there as we come up at about 2nd and 8.
I think I'd expect to see a pass here.
Ayesh and Malaga at the bottom of your screen. Berman up top. Assad the give to Castner, and he falls down in the backfield. We'll be looking at about 3rd and 9, could be 3rd and 10. And Dane, that's what we were talking. It'll be 3rd and about 11. That's something that you and I were talking about earlier. You know, it's you got to look for an aerial threat here. As now, Aaron Berman comes out, the slot wide receiver Patrick Cote comes in.
He might be a secret weapon this season. Cote in the slot. He knows the play calls. He used to be a quarterback.
Castner again to Assad's left. We'll have a flag here. This one will come against the Dukes. False start. We'll be looking at about 3rd and 16.
Well, now the Hornets are going to be expecting to pass here for sure.
Well, I mean, that's something that, you know, you can't really afford. Obviously, that fall down the backfield was a little bit costly, but that false start, that's just a mental error. Coming out, Cal Harris, the wide receiver. Dane, can you tell us much about him?
Gavin, I have no idea who that is. I only prepared for the starting 4.
25, Cal Harris, the junior, had a fantastic season last year. Is Assad, looks, fires,
good
end
ball.
zone. That one caught, and the Dukes are the ones to draw first blood. Hey, what a look.
Luke Malaga, right? Or is that Cote? I can't see number 6. Yeah.
And Luke
Luke Malaga,
the Cornell commit.
Beats out his defender, runs a little post route. That was a perfect route, perfect throw, put the ball right on the money.
I tell you what, that was a great throw from Assad right to the gut. It was a great sequence. It was a great sequence. 3rd and 16, you get backed up, a great answer.
Said at the beginning of the game, score early, score often. That's exactly what they did. Defense got the takeaway, scored right away. Great momentum.
The extra point up and in. So I think that's one of the best starts that we've seen so far.
I haven't seen nothing like that in a long time from the Dukes.
I mean, that was just a great sequence of a few plays there, great play calls. And with that, we'll get another look at the Duke defense. But I mean, so far, Dane, I'd say everything is going just about right.
It couldn't be going any better. Man, this Duke sideline. I like standing behind them. feel like you're part of the team.
It feels a little bit like we're at the Tosh.
Right.
I mean, Max Assad comes over here firing. He loves it. I feel like I'm in the huddle. Dane, get us in there. Get our jerseys. Go get the pads out of the trunk, and let's get in there.
Hey, man. Kind of, yeah.
So if you are just joining us, 7-0, Dukes now lead. And it was a first play from the offensive side of the ball for the Hornets, resulted in a fumble. Dukes had a solid first sequence, backed up, went to 3rd and 17, and quite a dagger thrown by Max Assad to Luke Malaga, the senior-to-senior connection. And just like that, Dukes lead 7-0.
Max Hansman to kick off.
Hansman, the junior. This one's sky high at about the 25-yard line. That one returned there by Lucas Kozak. And with that, here comes the Duke defense. Dane, defensively, I mean, you talk about guys like Matt Kavanaugh. What a leader he is. I mean, a spark plug. We talk about it all the time. Basketball, he's a spark plug for this Duke defense.
Very explosive, great pass rusher. He's only about 5'5".
Laudermilk fires to the far side. You see on the reception, 2nd and 5 coming up. It was Jalen Jones on the tackle. A little confusion here on the far side. And Dane, that's a player to watch out for. 15 on the bottom of your screen, Jalen Jones, the senior. First year here at York, and quite an impact player.
Yeah, we've already seen that.
Straight up the middle is Laudermilk on the handoff, but a brick wall is the Duke defense.
Swallowed by the 3-man front.
3rd down coming up.
I think a player that we're going to see that has a big impact is the nose tackle, number 5, Dom Carrillo. Very explosive off the ball, rushing up the middle. Pushes back the offensive line.
He's the successor of his brother. Plays at Elmer's College. Laudermilk, look, survey straight up the middle. This will be a 1st down for Hinsdale Central. There is some bright daylight straight down the middle. Up, and with the answer is Hinsdale South. That was Jalen Steele, the running back, just kind of flared out of nowhere.
Flag.
And we got a flag down.
And it's called on the. It's going to be called on the offense.
We're going to be coming back, signaled here by the head official. So that's, you think you have an answer, and taken away just like that. I'm not sure even Hinsdale South knows this yet.
No.
But it'll be coming back. It was a great play, just kind of coming out of the up and underneath was Jaden Steele.
And that's really lucky too, Gavin, because there was a few blown reads from the defensive backs.
Yeah, things look a little discombobulated at the start of that play. So Laudermilk and Steele connected, but it will be coming back. It'll be coming way back.
Duke's going to be counting their lucky stars for that.
But you're right, catching a break here. Ball at about the 22-yard line. They got to get to about the 39. Yeah, and Dane, that's the kind of play that just kind of takes the energy out of you. I mean, obviously, you're probably not going to turn to Steele after that one. But Laudermilk, I've been impressed with this quarterback so far. I mean, that fumble was obviously out of his control, but you know, just like Assad, he's really connecting with his guys and throwing great balls.
3rd and long here. Expect a pass.
Loudermilk looks, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right side, surveying, fires. It'll be steal again. It was intended for, but out of bounds, and we have 4th down.
Good pass rush, smart blitz, good coverage from Hendren and Sutter, the 2 safeties. Sutter, this is his first year back playing football with the Dukes since Pee Wee. Hendren, his first year starting as well.
The comeback.
Yeah,
Comeback for
make it a
Sutter.
comeback.
So back to receive will be Malaga, the recipient of the first touchdown. Bunting now is the junior, Mike Urbanski. Nearly blocked, definitely deflected.
I think it
there.
was tipped, yeah.
And a Duke roll will set up shop at about the 36-yard line. So, Dane, everything's been going just about right here in the early going for the Dukes.
Everything's going their way.
You know, this is the kind of start they needed. There was a lot of uncertainty for everybody in the building,
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
going into it, but, you know, things going, again, just about as good as they could. And we'll get yet another look at Max Assad. And this very, very talented wide receiver core for the Dukes. Not talked about nearly enough. You talked about
Yeah.
Sammy Ayesh, guys obviously like Malaga. But also, you know, talk about Frederick Levins. Talk about a big body, a tight end who can not only catch the ball, he's one heck of a blocker.
Right, that's a player we didn't really see much last year with the ankle injury. Yeah, you're right. This is a very under-talked about wide receiving core.
Hand off to Castner. He'll go to the right side and a slight gain here. We're looking at about second and what feels about 7. But I mean, you know, Patrick Castner, just one of those guys.
Right.
He's a workhorse. He's a workhorse.
He goes to the gym every single day, works every single day on his skills, on his strength. Kid's not afraid to get hit at all.
So again, Assad with Castner to his right. Assad gives to Castner, finds a hole on the left side, cutting upfield, and Castner straight forward and up past the 20-yard line. It'll be another Duke first down. I mean, this is just, it feels like we're just watching. I mean, it's a clinic.
Yeah.
It's a clinic.
They're always just, it seems they're always one step ahead
Everybody's clicking.
of the
and-
Hornets.
and-
Everyone's
yeah, it's-
clicking.
and
The offense is working.
And whether it feels like this Hinsdale South defense is running slowly, I think is an underestimate. I mean, Patrick Castner just to, yet again, here we go, right side Castner, beautiful cut, cutting twice and ripping forward.
It's going to take you more than one guy to take him down.
It is up across the 10. This will result in another Duke first down.
And get right back up to the line. I love the tempo. I love the sense of urgency.
You got a little bit too excited.
Yeah,
waiting
too
for a
excited,
whistle
right?
there.
Yeah.
But you're right, the tempo.
Yeah,
the
it's good.
tempo is what it's all about.
And that's about good coaching right there. A good coach will tell you, hey, get up to the line. First down. Get up to the line. Catch the defense off their toes. Score the ball.
And Fitzgerald not pleased with the call. I mean, that was a little funky. He was
Right,
waiting for a
exactly.
signal. I don't know.
The chain man wasn't set.
I don't know about that. But yet again, Assad with Castner to his left. Looks, gives to Castner. Cutting. Castner.
Get in there.
Cuts again and up across and up to about the 2-yard line. Dane, I like where this is headed.
First and goal. 1-yard line. Again, get right back up to the ball.
But you can, I mean,
expect it to go to Castner.
and like you're saying, they seem like they want a little bit more than the Hornets do. Looking, Assad, give to Castner. You know, if we had access to slow-mo replay, we'd obviously be checking a few angles on that run there. But nonetheless, Patrick Castner just having one heck of a ball game so far. So it'll be Cote and Malaga down here on the bottom. Ayesh comes in, kind of a little bit of a bunch here.
Goal line formation.
Castner to the left. Give to Castner.
And he's in.
And just like that, the Dukes strike yet again. Patrick Castner touchdown. We're tiptoeing around 14-0 scoreless so far on the Hinsdale South side of the ball, but
It's almost like he got in and we just expected it.
this is great football.
This is awesome. The Michigan Tech senior commit Scores his first touchdown of the year. Feels good to say.
And the injured Duke walking off the field here is Chris Markison. But Hansman for the extra point. And just like that, the Dukes lead 14-0. So with that, a couple quick points from the Dukes, and we will be right back to Hinsdale South High School. Dukes lead 14-0. So 14 minutes remain, 4:45 left in the first quarter. Hansman here to kick for the Dukes, and it's been nothing but Duke offense so far. Just not much going for the Hinsdale South Hornets offensively. Had the touchdown there by Jalen Steele. It was called back, I believe, on a holding call, and which set the Dukes up for yet another turnover on downs. Hansman now to kick. Short about the 25. Taken here by Kozak. But Dane, it's been only Dukes here early.
It's been a very one-sided game, Gavin.
And so, folks, we know there's people out there like Emmett Passion, Charlie Bodak, Nick Cortez, who are watching the tournament. We're probably just a screen on the corner, but nonetheless, hope you're enjoying your March Madness Friday, and we welcome you back to the lights of Friday night with a Duke 14-0 lead, 4:40 left to go in the first quarter. So the 5'9", 108-pound senior quarterback, Donald Loudermilk, will try and rally himself and the Hornets to try and supply any form of an answer. That one, Kozak, the big tight end, number 85, up over the middle for a first down.
It's a good crossing route brought down. Was that? Yeah, Kavanaugh. Again, we keep talking about Kavanaugh. He's got a lot of aggressive mentality in him. He's going to go after the ball no matter where it is on the field.
Well, Kozak, one of those guys, real big player, 6'4", 230 pounds. I mean, that's not an easy man to bring down by yourself. Loudermilk straight up the middle. This run here, taken, but a great stop. That was Steele again on the carry. But Dane, you know what's different here is you can just the communication on the defensive side of the ball between coaches and players looks a lot better than it did last year.
That might be a factor from the crowds. You know, not many crowds, not very loud. But there has been a lot of preparation coming to this season. You know, they've been preparing since the fall.
That's
you know,
true.
whether it's been on
That's
Zoom,
true.
in person, teammates.
The handoff there was Jesse Villegas and not gaining much. So we'll get about second, still about 10. Loudermilk looking, giving, Villegas, up and over. Up across the 50. We got a little extracurricular activity here from Villegas. That was between him and Grandolfo.
Grandy stripped the ball out after he was down.
Villegas a little fired up when he got up from that one.
Third and short.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. The first true test here defensively for the Dukes.
Expect a blitz.
Given to Villegas. He gets across and a little bit more up across the 45-yard line at about the 42. And so a little bit of life from the Hinsdale South offense. Fair to say there, Dane?
Sorry, I was looking at the hurt player. Jeff Colonese. That doesn't look like a good injury. I'm sorry, Gavin, what'd you say?
We'll take a brief time out for an injured Duke.
Jeffrey Cognelly's down at about midfield.
Looks like a left leg, lower leg injury.
And also very sternly that you socially distance and wear your mask at all times.
But I was saying, Hinsdale South-wise, offensively, they've shown a little bit of life here the past few plays.
Yeah, they have. They have good run game, better passing game than first 2 previous drives. Finally got their first down of the game.
Well, that front's is definitely getting their test in terms of the run game. As Cognelly's still down. We will take a break and be right back to Hinsdale South High School. Dukes lead 14-0. We'll be right back after the break. This is York Duke football on YSN. Checking back in now, 1st and 10 for Hinsdale South after a Jesse Villegas first down run. Sending Smith in motion is Loudermilk. He'll look. Had a man out in the flat. That one there intended for Luke Terrell.
Slant nearly picked off, tipped.
And it seems like, and like you just said, it seems like all levels, right? Every stage, you know, the first 5 yards, second 5 yards, and the last 5 yards, everything has been covered tremendously by this Duke defense.
Yeah. They're there. Every time there's a play, they're there. Just the last few first downs have just slipped right by them.
Much to the credit of guys like Gavin Hendren, Jalen Jones, Pat Castner in there as a cornerback. Loudermilk again. Giving. Straight up the gut. Goes Smith. Excuse me, Jalen Steele. And we will have 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, you see a player like Castner playing both sides of the ball, offense, defense, playing a cover linebacker in there at the bandit position.
Loudermilk rolls to the right side, Giving. That caught there and corralled by Luke Terrell. And that will result in a Hinsdale South first down. So up to about the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but like I said, this Hinsdale South offense kind of gaining some traction under there.
Minute 22 remaining in the first quarter of the ball game.
Loudermilk again, Giving opposite side. Here comes Smith, who had the first touchdown that was called back. He'll get a gain of about 3 yards after the cut upfield. But it's been, I mean, you know, we talk about kind of like, again, slow-moving offenses that don't do too much, you know, those 5-yard passes out to the flat.
Right.
It's this Hinsdale Central team. South. Thank you.
South.
Sorry.
We're used to saying Central because we play them every year in every sport, you know.
I know.
I get it.
40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Dukes lead 14-0. Loudermilk. Across the middle, intercepted, and back the other way comes number 40.
David Locke.
David Locke on the interception.
David Locke picks off the slant route, takes it back about 5-10 yards. And I was just about to say, the sense of urgency and tempo coming from the Hornets team is a lot slower than the Dukes. They're not getting up there and punching the ball downfield. You know what I mean? You got to catch the defense off their feet.
You know, and like we're saying, it's just one of those things where it looks like one team wants it a little bit more than the others
Right.
do. David Locke on that interception proving that. That's the second turnover for the Dukes in the first quarter.
You got to
33
be
seconds made.
playing faster offense if you want to score right now. Got to catch the defense, suck and win right when they're not paying attention. Costly mistake.
Saad looks, surveys, fires opposite side. Up and over, across the 40-yard line goes Malaga. 20 seconds remain. This will likely take us to the end of the first quarter. Dane, real quickly before we go to break, what have you liked so far from the Dukes?
I like the offensive urgency. I like the tempo. I like the speed. I like how they get up to the ball. They snap it, especially in the red zone, right? Snap it, hand the ball off, punch some yards. But I also like the passing game. The short little slant routes, they're working. They're working. I didn't expect it, but they're working well. Assad's throwing the ball well, accurate passes. It's clicking.
And so with that, we end the first quarter with the Dukes leading 14-0. Quite a showing. We'll be right back with York football on YSN. And so Dukes set up shop at about the 39-yard line. Assad looks, giving, far side, intercepted and bobbled. Incomplete. Oof. That was Logan Bryant breaking up the pass. So that might have been our first slip up that we've seen. I mean, that was a gift. You know, if you're a guy like Logan Bryant, I mean, you're kicking yourself after that one. That pass intended for Luke Malaga, but unable to connect, and again, nearly straight into the hands of Bryant, but unable to corral it. The Dukes get another life. 3rd and about 5. Assad looks, fires, getting 1 foot down, and that will be a first down.
Oh, man, what a catch.
Great catch there from a guy in Luke Malaga. Dane, you can't say enough about the talent on this team. I mean, it was some we were a little bit skeptical. Fair to say, we didn't really know what we were going to see. It's fair to say, hey, they've shown up.
They have definitely shown up. I really like the seniors on this team right now, showing up, playing hard, wanting it more. Boyzen, yeah, I was about to point that out.
On the right side, he'll get his first handoff here of the season. I think he might have been I was going to say maybe rip forward for one. Not the best, spot there. So we'll be at about 2nd and 11 here.
And Boyzen, that's a player, quarterback, committed to Carthage in Wisconsin. He's a player who knows the offense. He knows how to work with Coach Fitz. And he could pass the ball as well.
So now it's 2nd and about 11. Assad rolls out to the right side, connects with Levins. Levins dragging a body with them. And depending on the spot here, we'll have about 3rd and 1. It's another guy, you mentioned him. Fred Levins, another guy restricted to injuries, but he just dragged that man for another 5 yards.
And he's another one, big body, great blocker, but also a great pass.
I stand
catcher.
corrected. On 1st and 10. We go handoff to Castner, breaking free and finding the hole up across the 25-yard line. And we will have another, again, the spotting. I don't know about this spotting.
2nd and short. I was ready for the first down call. But man, Castner looks like a lightning bolt shooting up there.
Timeout taken by Hinsdale South. We'll be right back. Dukes still lead 14-0. 10:48 left in the first half. So fresh out of the timeout, Assad takes the snap, looking, surveying, firing across the middle. Sammy Ayash corrals, and up across the 10. We'll have another Duke first down. Dane, up across the line they go. It just does not stop. Dane's getting adjusted over there.
I was putting my jacket on. I'm getting a little chilly.
Hand off to Castner. He'll look.
Oh! He saw daylight. He thought he was in. I thought he was in.
Doesn't have to go in the first half. Patrick Castner, I thought was going to drag that guy.
Oh, man, I thought he was going to drag him the 5 yards. Yeah.
Ayash up top, Berman down low. Malaga to the left of Ayash, and Castner to the right of Assad. Assad takes the snap, rolls off to the right. Fires back to the end zone. Air Berman, touchdown, Dukes.
Great play call.
It just doesn't stop. Dane, it's like it's an offensive clinic. I mean, Hinsdale South defensively has no answers.
They can't do anything to stop him. It goes back to getting up to the line in the goal line, setting up, hiking the ball, and just going for the end zone. Whether it's a pass, a run, great play call. Great route. Great job getting open from Aaron Berman.
The officials meeting here. We'll see what's going on.
What was that? Unsportsmanlike?
You know what? I don't know. Max Hansen's going to kick an extra point. We're going to find out what that penalty is. I don't believe there was
I didn't see anything.
Any form of taunting or anything.
Was it from me? Ooh, offsides.
Could have been. Handsman up and
should be good. What? Oh, we're going to call it on the offense.
I think we're setting a record here for longest extra point ever.
Yeah, looked defensive to me. I think the guy in the end might have jumped a little early.
I think you might be right. This is the weirdest sequence of like 2 minutes.
I have no idea.
I've ever been a part of.
To be honest with you, Gavin, I have no idea what's going on.
So we're going to come back out.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go again.
It was on. The offense.
No, because we would have gone
Wait,
back.
yeah, they
It
would have gone
doesn't-
back.
yeah, no, I think it went like a yard forward, whatever.
I don't really know. Then
Who
why would they?
cares?
But they would.
Nonetheless, Max Hansman on the money. Yes, sir.
Almost blocked.
21-0. Hey,
21-0.
it's 21-0.
21-0.
We're pitching a shutout right now. This is some pretty good football.
I want to get in the game.
Hey, if we keep going the way we're going, we might be in the game.
I want to
Dukes
get in there.
holding Hinsdale South scoreless so far. Just under 10 minutes to go, 9:59 left. Not too much going for the Hinsdale South offense. We'll get another look at them after this break. Dukes lead, 21-0.
Couple reminders from both the athletic and activities departments here at Hinsdale South. Next week is our spring homecoming week. Be sure to check your email, students, for themed days and activities going on throughout the week.
21-0, Max Hansman gets set to kick a rocket. But 21-0.
21-0.
21-0.
Feels great. Sun's going down, lights coming on. Yeah, so there was a penalty
Yeah, it was.
on the extra point attempt.
So there was taunting or
I don't know, dude.
unsportsmanlike conduct. Something along those lines, but we're going to pay for it. Hansman to kick off. Oh, well, pooch kick. This one turn across the 50, excuse me.
Whoa, he kicked him.
Whoa. Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on, Tom, can we go back?
I don't think anyone saw that.
I'm gonna get criticized for calling that a pooch kick because it wasn't a pooch kick.
He kicked
But that was
number 48.
that was
And it looked intentional to me, too.
That looked very, very, very intentional.
That wasn't very nice.
I don't know about that. So Loudermilk and the Hornet offense trying to supply an answer of any kind, but nothing's been going. I mean, just nothing. The brick wall, the steel curtain. This one, left side. It was. I mean, look, Jalen Smith has had quite a game. We heard the Dukes talking over here about Jalen Smith, you know, being a threat, and I mean, he catches an edge, and he gets going.
He looks like the only player that's got anything going from the Hornets offense.
Again, I think we're allowed to be slightly biased. I would agree. Yeah, I'd agree.
Awesome.
We just got a thumbs up that we can't be. So, yeah, no, I think he's the only guy who's, like, got anything going. Loudermilk takes a snap. Hand off. All right, you want to bet? I'm going to go false start here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they would have stopped the.
Oh.
It would be on. They
Oh,
wouldn't
look.
have. Yeah, they wouldn't have stopped it if
There
it
we
was
go.
on the defense.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh man, that's just.
It just defeats.
They're just shooting
because-
themselves in the foot.
Because
dude.
you're taking away any form of offense
Right.
with a penalty like that. Folks, we know it must be difficult to view with that sun up there. We'll just get behind that grandstand momentarily as Loudermilk looks opposite side. Taking here that little screen pass to Luke Terrell. Move up forward here. It'll be about 3rd and 1.
Should have brought like some sweet pairs of like sunglasses.
I was actually thinking about that.
I was thinking too. I
This
didn't
is-
realize
this-
the
yeah,
sun would be in our
I
eyes.
didn't either. They gave us the cheap seats. It's all right.
It's all right. We're the only ones over here too.
So a bunch formation here for the Hornets. Loudermilk takes the snap, hands off to Steele. Steele catches a little bit of daylight up across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Hornet first down. But you're right. You can tell the differences between the two offenses. This Hinsdale South team takes a long time to get up to the line.
Right, lots slower.
Loudermilk.
It kills the momentum. You
It
know?
does. Loudermilk, that was a handoff there to Steele again. This will be second and about 8 yards. But there's just, you know what, I don't like saying this. There's not too much to say about the Hornet offense.
No,
there just isn't.
They're just not.
This Duke defensive front is all business. Handoff again. I mean, I think he got dragged down by his ankle. I mean, they're just you cannot give them any room to make a tackle.
You know, it's this early in the game, and the light inside of them is already starting to burn out. Or like, is it the candle? The light? I don't know.
Loudermilk looking, fires, deep shot, far side. This one caught into
Off the
the end
pylon
zone,
and-
caught the pylon, and that'll be a touchdown.
No, it's not.
Waved off.
Wait,
We're
no, they're going
be
to count
down-
on the
we're gonna
1
be
yard
out the
line.
one. We're going to be out
yeah.
the one.
Finally, a big play, though, from the Hornets.
It was Jalen Smith on the reception. That was the
Again.
That was the player who had the first quarter, who
Right.
had the first touchdown that was then called back, and really the only sign of light for this Hornet offense. Handoff now here to Villegas, and he'll be stopped.
You know, talk about the previous play. Smith lined up. Believe it was in the backfield. Ran a little wheel route to the left side.
There you go.
He's quick.
Loudermilk again. Handoff. Villegas. He goes right side looking for anything.
Woo.
Nothing.
Second good goal line stop from the Dukes. That the
Take.
defensive front.
Takedown there by Patrick Castner and Matthew Kavanaugh.
Again, we keep commenting. Kavanaugh and Castner are just all over the field today. For Shiloh, too, on that right side. And this bench is getting amped up.
You know, everybody swarms. You know, that's the most effective defense. She's the one who swarms to the ball. It's a lot of gang tackling.
Strong.
And Castner and Kavanaugh showing you there. Looking, Loudermilk, looking for really anything. Fires incomplete. And what a stand. What a defensive
Very excellent
stand there.
And, you know, obviously right now from the Hornets, you got to go for it, too. So expect that.
Fourth down on the one, just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. If you are just joining us, it's been all Dukes. It's literally just been all Dukes. That's it. That's all there is to say. This Hinsdale South team has not had a whole lot going for them. Offensively, had a touchdown that was then called back. A great throw here by Loudermilk that was caught by Smith.
Timeout called.
That was ruled down at the one, but this defense, you can't say enough about it.
Very strong defensive front alongside a great defensive back fielded team. You got players like Carrillo up front, Castner blitzing, Kavanaugh blitzing, Persilo dropping back in coverage. And I think the bench is a great aspect, a great key to the success of the defense, you know. The energy, right? You don't have the fans to kind of heat you up. You get the bench.
Yeah, this bench has definitely been very vocal. So it'll be fourth down on the Dukes' 7-yard line. Hinsdale South looking to put up any points they can with just under 7 minutes remaining. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Fourth and goal. Villegas lined up behind Loudermilk. Taking the snap. Loudermilk looks, fires. That one caught on the tip. I mean, Jalen Smith,
All over the
you
field.
might as well name the Hornet offense. tipped by about 3 hands and winding up in the gut of Jalen Smith, and the Hornets get the answer they were looking for. It is now 21-6 pending an extra point.
Injury down on the field. But if you're the Dukes right now, you can't be down on yourselves on that defensive stand. You held them to 4th and goal on the 1, pushed them back a little bit. That ball just kind of went through 3 different players' fingertips. You know, you can't be upset on yourself. You're up 21-6, pending the extra point.
I mean, that was sort of luck of the draw, and we won't. That's not. I'm not saying that in a biased way.
Right.
It was just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
So, the Hornets get some points. That'll be 21-7 if this PAT here goes in. But you're right. This defense just looks different. 6:54 remaining in the first half.
Oh. Nearly blocked by Kavanaugh. I was actually gonna say before the kick, watch out for Kavanaugh. I didn't want to sound too biased, but.
So Mohill on the extra point gets it up and in, and the Dukes still lead 21-7, 6:54 left in the first half. Here comes the Duke offense. We'll see what they have to respond with after this. And we're back. Caleb Reba to kick away. This one shallow. Miscommunication there between, I believe, Myers and Berman. But nonetheless, the Dukes will set up shop at about the 20, where are we going, sir? About the 24-yard line. So Dane, after that drive, which again resulted in a little bit of luck, for the Duke offense, what are you looking for here?
I'm looking for a continuous, solid run game between Castner, and I'm hoping to see Boyzen get in there. Yeah, Boyzen's in there now as we speak.
Right on cue. Boyzen lined up to the left of Assad. Assad takes a snap, give to Boyzen his second handoff of the night. Try and roll forward, not getting too much there. Again, a brick wall from the Hornet defense. Again, on that line, it'll be 2nd and 10. Cal Harris checks in for Frederick Levens. Now Boyzen to the right of Assad. Assad looks, steps back, fires, and hit hard was Malaga. That one broken up by who else but Jalen Smith.
Man, he's all over the field. It was a great pass. It was a great route. Jalen Smith just came there in cover, snagged that ball from Malaga, knocked it right out of his hands.
And now this is a Hornet defense that does operate in a lot of zone coverages.
Right.
That one's sort of a hinted zone coverage, kind of hanging over Malaga there. Looking, Assad surveying again. Hits Ayash. met with a swarm of Hornets. That was not meant to be a joke, but this results in 4th down. I actually really didn't.
You really didn't try that?
I actually hate the fact I said that. Again, side under center.
Oh.
What are we doing?
What are you doing, ref? They got up to the line. They did everything they could. Was that extra man? What happened?
I think, well, we're going to.
He might be injured.
Here comes Amari Jackson. You're right. That was just, I mean, they could have.
They
I
were
was
ready.
looking for a Boyzen first down.
Yeah,
there.
I was going to say, I was looking for them to get up to the line. A little quick 5-yard pass. I think they're just going to try and get him to jump.
4th and 4. Assad takes a signal from Fitz. Trying to draw that Hornet line offside.
Timeout.
And
yep.
Our Dukes will take a timeout with just over 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. Trying to get a trigger of any sorts, unable to do so. And we'll see what we got in store when we come back. So as expected, Assad trying to draw that Hornet line offside, unable to do so. 4th down in their own territory. We'll see Pachilo. The first punt of the night coming in the second quarter. I'll take that. Pachilo the boot. Takes a Duke bounce forward. This one will be touchdown by Zach Sutter at about the 33-34 yard line of Hinsdale South, where they will set up shop. Dane, defensively, what can you do to prevent a drive like the last go-around?
You got to stop Jalen Smith.
It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
It's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward.
He's catching passes. He's running all over. Maybe a little bit stronger of a defensive front. You know, don't let him get those easy 5 yards, right? Got to contain him a little bit better.
We'll see what Loudermilk in this Hinsdale South offense has in store. Sending Smith, handoff Smith again up the right side, barreling forward across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty straightforward. It's stop Jalen Smith. I mean, like we heard earlier, he's the threat. I mean, right. he's the threat on this offensive side of the ball. He catches that corner and he sees daylight just about every other play.
See him lined up in the slot, motioning over.
Handoff to Steele, and he's met with a whole lot of white. Gain about 2.
And even when he's not getting the ball, Jalen Smith,
he's
allowing other players.
He's a great decoy.
Right.
He's a great decoy. He's a deep threat. He's someone who you see running these little, 5-and-in slants. I mean, he's someone who's constantly a threat of the football field.
That's just something else a good player will do for your team, whether he has the ball in his hands or without. It's kind of the same thing like we were saying in basketball earlier in the season, right? Allows other players to make plays.
Loudermilk now takes a snap, looking, firing, and that again, the 6'4" senior tight end Kozak up to about the 49-yard line in a Hinsdale South first down. It's another guy. Kozak, we were calling his name a lot early, but that's been his first look here in a long time.
Taken down by Fred Levins. That's a name we haven't said that much tonight. More specifically, we've said his name on offense, but first tackle on defense.
Handoff Steele, left side, looking, trying to cut up field, does so, and barreling forward across the 40-yard line. Quite a run. Knocked out of bounds by Fred Levins, and Hayden Rainier. But, I mean, this is just, you know, it's one of those things where this offense is obviously relying a lot on the run game.
Right, for sure. Well, we've seen earlier in the first quarter they couldn't get anything going in the passing game.
Rushing now is Loudermilk. Handoff again to Steele, right side. Met with Matt Kavanaugh and Jeffrey Cognalis. My, oh my. It's one of those things, textbook. You don't give up on the tackle there, and trying to slip out of it was Steele, but unable to from the grip of Matt Kavanaugh. We got second and about 12.
Jeff Cognalis, that's a big body. We've seen him get injured earlier in the game. Wrapped up his ankle, got back out there, and Kavanaugh, man, he's all over the field. Speedy, little 5'5", muscular. He's making every tackle. It looks like he's making every tackle. He can hit hard, dude.
Loudermilk looking, fires, deep ball on the way. Oof. No offensive pass interference called. It was just a little check there from Terrell. We have a whistle down. It was a late flag. Fred Levins was involved in the play. This one will come against the Dukes and number 88, Fred Levins.
And that just stinks because there was clear offensive pass interference too. But
yeah, I know it goes either way. I mean, that was just a little check in the back.
Yeah.
You see that go either way, but nonetheless, that's a little bit of a costly.
For sure.
It's a late foul that you don't want to happen. That gives Hinsdale South another chance at the 25-yard line. A little confusion here on the south side of the ball.
Seen it all night, Gavin. They take way too long to get up to the ball. They're letting the defense catch their breath.
Terrell now under center, looks, handoff here to Steele up the right side, up across the 20, and good to about the 17-yard line. But, you're right. It's even after those big plays that, we see maybe a deep ball here and there, they go right back to the run game. I mean, there's just not too much to say besides Steele and Jalen Smith.
It's very basic offense. Again, they're looking over to the sideline trying to get the play. They're not getting it fast enough. Again, the defense, they're catching their breath, getting a rest. That's not how you want to score the football.
Yeah, can't have too much happen there when you give, defense a minute to set up.
Right.
This one caught on the near side. I believe that was caught there from Christian Cloutier. I was waiting to hear how that was pronounced.
Yeah.
Cloutier. That's the 6-foot senior on the reception, and there comes Jalen Smith. So with 2.5 left in the first half, Dane, what have you liked so far? We'll get back to that. That was poor timing. We'll just wait for this play here. Loudermilk sends Smith in motion. Handoff to Smith to the left side, looking, trying to cut upfield. Great tackle, great patience, and corralling him was Patrick Castner. That contain on the edge. We've seen that the entire time.
Comes around every time, yeah. Castner and Kavanaugh.
And that's something, you talk about a halftime adjustment, that's something that, we'll probably see more of in the second half of Jalen Smith. It becomes more and more of a factor. That contain can play a key role.
Taking too long.
Looking here. Loudermilk rolls out to his right. Fires. Way
nowhere
out of the
near.
reach of Kozak. And you know what? I think that's probably, a little telling of why this offense runs the way it does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this Hinsdale South team is quite confident in their quarterback.
They just seem underprepared, in my opinion. Am I allowed to say that? Is that a little biased?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I don't really care.
It's fine. We're fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, Donald Loudermilk, there just hasn't been too much to say. He had that one pass to Smith again, called back. But besides that, there just has not been a great completion. Loudermilk looks, rolls out to the right side, fires. Again, that one nearly intercepted, but broken up on the near side by Jalen Jones. That one again intended for Cloutier. And this results in 4th down. And on comes the kick team.
in the backfield. I don't know if you saw. Kev drilled the quarterback. He knocked his hand warmer right off. Knocked it. He's out. Oof.
And the field goal is up and good. So with that, it is 21-10, a minute and a half left in the first half. We will see the Duke offense most likely for one last time in the first half, who has been electric so far just after this. Duke's lead, 21-10. So 1:31 left in the first half. We'll see the Duke offense yet again. 21-10 lead. But Dane, this has been, I mean, this is a time where, you know, you'd like a touchdown or some form of points to end the half and kind of hang your hat on. Also, you note, Dukes get the ball at halftime. Castner looking. Barreling, switches field, right
Castner,
side.
go.
Castner looks, breaks free, and past the 35-yard line. Patrick Castner.
Castner. That's a player any side of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. That's a kid with excellent ball or field vision,
There you go.
as you'd say. Yeah,
You got it.
excellent field vision. Surveys around, looks, whether it's on defense, he knows where the ball is every single time. Offense, knows where his defenders are coming at him.
So 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, minute 20 left. Assad with Castner to his right. Gavin. Upfield. Goes Malaga. Up near midfield and to about the 49-yard line is where we'll have another 1st and 10. So 1:14 left. Dane, what are you looking for here?
I'm looking for a high. Right now, I'm actually looking for a passing game. High-tempo passing game. I want to see the ball get thrown downfield. I want to see Assad make a couple, 20-yard passes. We haven't seen that much today. We've seen a lot of running game.
Assad successfully drawing this Hinsdale South defense offside. We'll be going another 5 yards forward.
He does a really good job at attempting to get the other team to draw off sides. You see his body language where he makes it seem like he's looking for the snap, and he really isn't.
It's the Aaron Rodgers hard count, my man. Minute 14, 1st and 5 on the 46-yard line.
I don't want to hear that guy's name. I don't like that guy. Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I like Andy Dalton better. Assad looking, waits, gives to Castner on the left side. Here comes Castner, breaking free and up to the 30-yard line, barreling forward. Results in another Duke first down, minute 7 to go. Keep the chains moving, there you go.
Keep the chains moving,
there
right.
You go.
Again, that was what, 20-yard pass, just like I said. Not how I expected it to go to the running back, but still like it.
So a minute left in the first half. Again, Castner to the right of Assad. Assad steps back, looks, and now taking a shot. This one nearly intercepted. That was a dangerous ball. Looking like he lost a little bit of grip there was Assad, but nonetheless, the Dukes catch another break with 49 seconds to go in the first half. That pass was intended there for either Luke Malago or Aaron Berman, but I mean, that talk about catching a break. That could have been costly. 21-10 Duke lead. Dan, you still want to go with an aerial attack here if you can?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's going to be a pass. Spread formation.
Assad rolls to the right side and just
nowhere
fires
to go.
out of bounds. Nowhere to go.
They knew the pass was coming. I believe Malaga was.
This one, I believe this one's going to come on Assad. He was kind of upset. I think he wanted. Where are we going? Intentional.
They just call intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
The ball was out of.
He was, you know, another thing. He was way. Something to note. He was way outside.
Way
of the tackle
outside.
Box. Way outside of the tackle
The ball
box.
hit the yellow sideline. What?
Yeah, I really don't know about that call. I actually don't know. You don't have to be a ref to know that was not intentional grounding. Way outside the tackle box. Kills 6 seconds on the clock. It's now 3rd and 10. Ayesh and Cote at the bottom. Berman and Malaga up top. Castner to Assad's left. Castner moves in, as does Ayesh. Looking, stepping back. Assad fires deep, intended for Malaga. This one broken up by Terrell. 37 seconds left. 4th and 20 coming up.
And he tossed that ball on double coverage. The defense knew it was coming. There's nothing much Assad really could have done there. Ayesh was way on his left side.
Yeah, that was a tough.
Yeah,
that was a tough throw. Great coverage though from the Hinsdale South Hornets. But nonetheless, 4th and 20, 37 seconds.
And in this situation, you don't have much time in the pocket to throw the ball, right? You got. Not trying to say anything about our offensive line, but I'm just saying they brought the rush. The blitz came, but they also had.
Notorious for the 3-3 stack.
Yeah, right.
Is this Hinsdale South defense, and this is very effective in a position like this. I believe timeout called here by York. So with 37 seconds left, it is 4th and 18. Duke's lead 21-10. We will be right back.
As always, we want to thank all the members of Hornet Nation who have put together athletics here tonight. A last-minute schedule change welcoming the Dukes of York, members of the school's administration team here tonight, the principal of Hinsdale South, Miss Auburn Bertoni Lipp, the director of the dean's office, Dr. Robin Benoit, and acting athletic director tonight is Peggy Cozzolino. Along with some great staff, we see Mr. Downing from the English department taking photos tonight. We welcome him back to the Hornet Nation on Friday Night Lights.
So 4th and 18. It goes Ayesh, Cote, Berman, and Malaga. 37 seconds left. Assad drops back, and we'll have another stoppage. Timeout called again by Fitzgerald. So I believe that time will be put back on the clock. 4th and 18. Ball on the Hornet 38-yard line. Dane, who are you, wide receiver-wise, who are you looking to in a situation like this?
I mean, I like to give it to Malaga, but I'd expect him to be doubled. He's had a big game so far, scored the touchdown early in the first quarter.
I mean, yeah, this is hard. It's a tough situation because, you know, we've seen Cote running again a lot of 5 to 10 ins, kind of, you know, under the defense. You got to get, yeah, exactly. You got to get up, you got to get moving. 4th down, important to note. Duke's out of timeouts. Hinsdale South has 1. 37 seconds to go.
They're going to rush 3, maybe 4. No, they're going to rush 3. Probably going to have at least 5 or 6 guys back in man coverage. No, 5. Yeah, 4 guys.
So Castner to the left of Assad. Assad steps back, fires Deep ball.
Oh, that's nowhere near Sammy.
That one will be intercepted by Jalen Smith. He'll be marked down about the 6-yard line. It'll be a turnover on downs with 30 seconds left in the first half.
Frustration shown between Sammy Ayash and Max Assad. Little miscommunication there on the route. I don't know if
it did look like he might have ran the wrong route.
Yeah, I don't know if he ran the wrong route. Yeah.
All right, so now if you're this Duke offense, you've seen your first bit of adversity.
Yeah, for sure.
Halftime adjustment wise, it'll be interesting to see what they come out with. Again, Duke's getting the ball at the half. So we'll see Loudermilk from inside the 5. Handoff here to Steele. Steele catches the left side, looking and barreling forward up across the 15-yard line. Will not be enough for a first down. Awfully close as the clock winds down. We come up on 15 seconds left.
Not quite sure why they ran it, or
I think where they're saying, hey,
not
you know what?
Timeout.
We're fine. We're fine.
I think they're just running the clock
Take it
out.
at half.
Yep.
Take it at half.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but hey, like we said, halftime adjustments. It'll be interesting to see what the game plan is going forward. We talk a lot about containing guys like Jalen Smith, but nonetheless, quite a showing so far from the Dukes. At halftime, the score 21-10. We'll see you for the second half shortly.
For your halftime entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, we have some good news to share as we introduce the varsity dance line here at Hinsdale South. We'd like to welcome them to the field, and also please note, they enter the field as West Suburban Conference champions the first time in school history, and they finished 7th at the IHSA state tournament, also the highest finish in school history there. Pom dance champs from the IDTA, all under the direction of the IDTA Coach of the Year, Ms. Courtney Gillette. again, ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning and effectively best dance team in the history of Hinsdale South. Your halftime entertainment continues as we welcome to the field the varsity cheerleading squad here in Hinsdale South, not to be outdone by their dance line counterparts. This year we welcome the varsity cheer squad to the field as they are the only 15 in the history of Hinsdale South to qualify for the IHSA and the second best finish in the history of Hinsdale South. Ladies and gentlemen, the varsity cheer squad here in Hinsdale South under the direction of Coach Ms. Ashley spelled without a C before the K.
So the Dukes will receive the second half kickoff. We'll get another look of the Duke offense. Dane, run it down for us.
Yeah, Castner so far leading the way, 50 rushing yards, along with a touchdown. Luke Malaga currently holding 58 receiving yards, along with a touchdown. Assad, the quarterback position, with 112 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a late first half meaningless interception. And on both ends of the ball, a total of 4 costly penalties, as you could say.
Yeah, and it's just been a few, mental errors. And, you know, a few, just letting guys kind of get to you when it's not necessary. It'll be interesting to see what this second half looks like. Obviously, you know, the temperature kind of becoming more of a factor. That sun going down. But boy, oh boy, does it feel like it feels like a normal Friday night, though.
Yeah, for sure. Except the best part about it, every game is going to get a little bit warmer.
That's true.
Rather than a little bit colder.
That's true. And, you know, it's going to be so great once we head back to York. We get 150 students in the stands, right? I mean, you and I were saying, you know, these guys don't want to score touchdowns and, you know, point to us. These guys don't want to score touchdowns and point to girls and girlfriends and parents and relatives. But nonetheless, we are honored to have you with us here tonight. A normal Friday night, like I said. It's not fall, but it's spring football, and like it's only gonna get warmer. But it's so good to be back, and to have a start like this has only made it better.
Right. Talk about a start like this, weather like this. The game starts a little bit earlier. Sun goes down. The lights come on for the second half. You win this game, you go into the next 5. You know, it's something to look forward to, like with the weather, a winning record.
And, you know, and I think it's just so important that students are going to get the chance to, 150 seniors are going to get the chance to come in, see their friends play, and really give these guys a boost. Because, you know, we see the Hinsdale South student section over there, and everyone just looks like they're having fun. Granted, they're down by 11 points.
Right.
But everyone looks like they're having fun, and that's an atmosphere that, you know, you can't really replicate. With basketball, it was different. You know, I think it was, you know, parents were only allowed, whatever it might have been.
Senior parents, right?
Yeah, but obviously students not allowed there. It's going to be so great to be back at York and have students there, family there, and just so special. So with that, Dukes lead 21-10 to start the second half. Back to receive Patrick Castner. And we'll get our first look at the Duke offense. Going to be interesting to see what adjustments they made there at halftime there, Dane. Fielded by Castner at about the 23. Cuts back and forth. Castner straight up ahead. Great return there to about the 37-yard line where the Dukes will set up shop. Dane, what are you looking for here in this first drive?
I'm looking for a little bit better consistency, passing the ball and running the ball, right? Castner, like we said, 50 rushing yards. Just get the ball downfield. Get up the line, snap the ball, get your first downs. But most importantly, got to stop the penalties.
And on the offensive line, we will not see Chris Markinson for the rest of the night. But you're right. It'll be interesting to see, you know, we'll see if Boyzen, you know, gets a few more carries, see if Max, you know, throws a little bit more. Under 12 yards in the first half. Great stuff as Castner. I mean, Patrick Castner is a workhorse. I mean, he had, you know, you mentioned, rushing yards at the end of the first half. 50 on the dot. 50 on the dot?
50, 55, yeah.
Just a great game so far. Yet again, Castner, another first down. What else? Across midfield and up to about the 46-yard line.
Right,
Castner, it just doesn't stop.
Castner's a player I talked to earlier this week. He's a player, he's
also your friend.
Yeah.
He's also, you can just say, we're friends with these people, and we want to say a player. Go ahead.
Trying to sound a little bit more professional. I want to say,
I got you.
Close friend, but he's a kid. He runs the ball. He doesn't feel any pain. He doesn't care about pain. He's built like a horse. And the kid runs the ball with the most authority you've ever seen.
Assad fires that one out of bounds, coming up as 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line of Hinsdale South. But no, you're right, and it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see going forward how they utilize kind of these two running backs here with Castner and Boyzen. But I thought Max Assad has had a really good game so far.
Yeah,
right? He's thrown a
game.
few darts, and that first touchdown to Malaga, great
Beautiful
throw,
pass.
great throw.
There was obviously the one interception. It's not a big deal, you know.
2nd and 10, handoff
yeah.
to Castner going the left side. He'll get a gain about 4 or 5. Coming up is 3rd down with 10:50 to go.
Yeah, go back to losing all your roster sheets,
My
Gavin.
sheets.
Go back to Assad. There's no reason for him to, he has every reason to hold his head high. He's done a great job right in the first half, passing for 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Berman, 1 to Malaga.
Assad with Castner.
Ooh, there it is.
So on 3rd and that scoreboard should be adjusted. 3rd and 5, we're going to get a few more yards. After Assad, for the 2nd time, Aaron Rodgers. Hard count. Mike.
I don't like that name.
Nah, well, hey, it's the name to beat.
You know who I
First
do like?
down for the Dukes.
I like that guy on the Bills, Mitch Trubisky. That's my guy.
You know, a week ago you were saying you really liked Russell Wilson too, but, you know, that didn't end up too well.
Are you checking my Twitter?
Actually, no, I wasn't. I was just,
No.
it doesn't matter. Castner to the right side of Assad, looking. The pitch to Castner. He'll look, cuts it back. He's so good at that, but not able to gain much. And met by the line of Hinsdale South. Coming up 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36.
Castner showing off the abs. Jersey pulled up like Zeke Elliott.
Such a weird comment.
Yeah, sorry about that.
2nd and 11, ball on the 37-yard line. 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Firing near side, growled by Ayash. That'll be a first down. That was a great throw.
Good
throw
ball,
by
good
Assad.
post route. That was great timing by Ayash. The way he turned around, recognized the ball was coming his way, getting out of bounds.
And hurrying up, Dane. Here's your tempo.
Offense.
Hand off to Castner and barreling forward on 3rd and 1. And we now have another Duke first down. They got a late. We're looking around here. Hit late was Deluri. I don't know. Everyone's kind of looking around for something. That'll slow things down. 1st and 10 on the Hornet 24-yard line. It is Malaga at the top, then Cote, and Ayash at the bottom. Castner to the left of Assad. The give to Castner, right side, cuts up field across the 20-yard line, barreling forward. And up to about the 15, this is getting, that's Levens who was hit late. I assume this one's gonna come against the Hornets, but not smart, just not smart. This is so much extracurricular activity happening in the first half, and we see it carrying over to the second half.
It's starting to become an emotional, mental game. About the Hornets, they're starting to get out of it.
Further into the red zone we go. So moving now within the 10. It'll be 1st and goal on the 8-yard line. Dane, red zone wise, what are you looking for here?
Looking for a run.
So you got
goal line formation, Boyzen in the backfield. I'm looking for a handoff up the middle to the left.
Assad takes a snap.
There it
Boyzen
is.
left side. Looking. Oh,
Give
man.
it to me. Nailed the play call. Couldn't find the end zone.
Up to about the 6-yard line now. It'll be 2nd and goal. I really thought you were going to have a little Tony Romo moment there. I really did.
Dang it. I love that guy.
So on the 6-yard line, I mean, they're moving. They're moving efficiently.
The ball, getting up to the line, right?
And also, you know, you kind of saw Hinsdale South kind of working their way back into the ball game. You're taking time off the clock, which will get really important as we wind down to the finale of this ball game. Assad takes a snap. Handoff here to Boyzen, left side. And he'll be wrapped up.
Good push. Strong left side. Nothing much you could do there. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down.
All right, so here you're going to probably go to the air, fair to say.
Yeah.
3rd and goal.
Cote line up in the slot. Ayash left. Malaga
Rolling
right.
to the right side. Assad fires.
Boyzen! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Mikey Boyzen. And the Dukes extend the lead. Mikey Boyzen, the running back. You know, what
running back, quarterback, tight end.
What
What doesn't he play? The Taysom Hill package worked. I was talking to him earlier this morning about it. The same thing.
We see, real quickly, we see a meeting here among officials. There's a flag down on the far side. There's a holding on the defense.
Yeah,
the play is going to stand. Mikey Boyzen.
Mikey Boyzen, baby.
A dear friend of the network, going to have that for 6. I mean, you know, Mikey Boyzen is actually the perfect example of what this year has been. Moved up north, went to Wilmot Union High School, I believe, up there in Wisconsin, and worked his butt off. Got the offer at Carthage, accepted, comes back here, and guess what? He's got himself first down, his first ball game back with the Dukes. Up, and in the Dukes now lead 28-7.
Perfect.
That was perfect.
Execution. The wheel route came over to the left. There was no one near him. No defenders anywhere near him. The bench is hype. Everyone loves it.
Great eyes.
Except for Hinsdale South, of course.
Great eyes by Assad. Great reception for Mikey Boyzen. And with that, the Dukes lead 28-10, 7:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with York Duke football on YSN. (28-10). The Dukes lead 7:17 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Dane, what an offensive drive, capped off by Mikey Boyzen. Touchdown. Again, Dukes lead 28-10, and now Hansman to kick from the 50-yard line. And this one, that's costly. That's Jalen Smith. He'll be tacked.
Ooh, missed it.
Yeah, we're within the 10. That's all right. So within the 10-yard line is where Hinsdale South will be forced to set up shop. We'll see what Donald Loudermilk can do with this Hinsdale South offense. But, I mean, what an offensive drive.
Great ball position down too, Gavin. Great field position. A defense well rested.
It's a similar start to the first half.
Right.
That's how it's starting to feel. Loudermilk giving a little secret message to Clodier. Loudermilk looks, fires, nearly intercepted.
Like Jalen Jones.
Oh, man, I thought Jones was going to maybe waltz into the end zone, maybe high step into the end zone.
He read that perfectly.
That was a great read. The secret message.
Yep.
Secret no more. So Loudermilk incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line of Hinsdale South. It's starting to look stagnant again. Offensively, looking stagnant.
Yeah, you're too slow, Gavin.
Steele lined up behind Loudermilk, handoff. Moves up the right side, barreling forward. This will be a gain of about 2 or 3. We hit the 7-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. But there's a different look and there's a different energy in this team than there was last year. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that these guys haven't been able to be in this position in a long time, too long. But it's so good to be back. But it just looks different. It's
It
different
looks
football.
a lot different. You know, there's a lot of seniors on the defensive side. Offensive, too. Everything is mainly seniors besides
Besides that
the
line.
offensive line, right? That's
Everyone's
mainly
operating, and
juniors.
everyone's operating with a lot of confidence. Looking, Laudermilk fires.
Hendren.
Smith. That one dropped incomplete. Smith looking for a flag. I don't know why. He wasn't touched by anybody. He hit the floor. But it will result in 3rd and 5. The ball will be on the 12-yard line.
Great defensive coverage from the Rover and Shiloh and Hendren back in the safety.
So I don't catch any heat on Twitter. I stand corrected. 4th down. Malaga back to receive. What's going on? We're good.
Hendren was a little miscommunication. He was lined up like a safety at first. I'm really liking the difference in this drive in the defensive backs and their coverage from the first half. I think that's something they improved on in the huddle at halftime. Jalen Jones, the near interception. Shiloh and Hendren tracking down that ball. Great job.
So a timeout taken by Hinsdale South. We'll be back in 50 seconds. Malaga back to receive the kick. 6:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Mo Hill to kick. Launches this one. Signal the fair catch. Rolling takes a Hinsdale South bounce to the 45-yard line, where the Dukes will set up shop. We'll get another look at Patrick Castner, and the guys headed back out. Dane, just the start that you want in the second half. Is there anything that there's much to improve upon?
No, I couldn't say much. I really like the rushing game, the sense of intensity, getting the ball, getting the first down, picking up yards, but also the switch from the passing to the run game. The sides run a few RPOs.
I was just about to say, you're not looking at too much of. They're not relying on the run game as much as they did last year. It's the appropriate mixture of both, keeping it fun, keeping us on our toes. Not only that, this Hinsdale South defense has not had a chance to get comfortable. Assad with Castner to his right, gives left side. Castner looking for something to develop, stumbles over his own feet. 2nd down coming up, 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. But it just so much looks different.
Yeah, I like the creativity change that Coach Fitzgerald has embedded in this team. I like the trick play. We never really saw much of that last season. The change between the passing and the running, I think Coach Fitzgerald knows his guys a little bit better. He trusts them a little bit better. I really, really like this offense.
Assad trying to draw that line offsides yet again. He gets a signal here from Fitz, and with Castner again to his right side. He takes a snap, looking, surveying, fires across. Luke Malaga caught across the 25-yard line. This will be a 1st down. They just quick strikes from Assad, and that's exactly what you want to see. Injured on the play was Luke Malaga, and we will have time to.
Took a big hard hit to the back. Looks like the trainer's stretching out his ankle or knee.
So with that, we will be right back. 28-10, the Dukes lead, and they will be at the 24-yard line of the Hornets. We'll be right back.
time.
So, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Malaga did get up under his own power. Good to see. As Assad now takes a snap, hands off to Castner. He cuts it back, left side, has daylight. Rushing forward, barreling forward up to about the 15-yard line. The workhorse and Michigan Tech man. 1st down for the Dukes.
I was going to say 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
People at home.
5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Castner yet again, straight up the gut. I mean, he takes
barreling over and over again. He could take hit after hit, run after run.
Got to Google synonyms for barreling because it's just, that's all he does. I mean, it's ridiculous. Assad, give to Castner.
Get in there.
Straight up, Castner
Touchdown!
up and in. And the Dukes strike yet again, extending this lead, pending an extra point. They have to make it 35-10, but Patrick Castner having himself quite a night on both ends of the ball.
Both ends of the ball defensively in there at linebacker, but definitely seen more of a highlight reel from him on offense. 2 tutties, got to be at least 100 yards now.
So 30.
Big game for him.
I'll wait to say the score here with the Hansman extra point, but this is a lot different than last year's season opener at Schaumburg. They're operating with so much confidence. Like we said, Hansman, the extra point is good up and in. Dukes lead 35-10. But this has been, I mean, just what a showing from this team. And just again, confidence. Confidence all across the board. They're doing such a great job again, on both ends of the ball. And so with that, we'll be right back. Dukes lead 35-10, 4:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This is York Duke football on YSN. $35-10, the Dukes lead. Hansman to kick. And we'll get another look. That one will go out of bounds. Grab the flag. So, this is, I think, based on the few interactions we've had behind us and what these fans have been saying. Dane,
yeah, just kind of give it a little. Probably shouldn't have put us on this side of the field. Just give it a little wave to the parking lot in the timeout break. The fans, the crowd on the other side is slowly starting to get smaller.
We spoiled the party.
As I currently turn my back and wave to the parking lot goodbye.
Louder milk. Louder milk. That one incomplete, intended for Kozak. No, we've been, you know what? This girl right here told me, go back to Elmer's. We're going to, with a win. With a win.
This week with a win. We'll take you here. We'll take you there.
I don't know what's offensive about that. I wasn't.
Go back to Elmer's. What do you mean, dude? Go back to Elmer's. I mean, you're driving like, what are you talking about? Like a 2015 comeback. Nice one, bud. Oops.
Left side. There's a field. He's just met with the barricade. It'll now be 3rd down. 3rd down coming up. Yeah, that was weird. Sorry? I mean, 3rd and 10 coming up from the Hinsdale South 33-yard line. Dane, we talked about this. They just they're taking too long to get these plays in. They're not.
It's a disaster.
You're not.
Honestly, it's turning into a disaster. Rolling. It's a
Loudermilk rolls to the right side, looking deep ball. Jalen Smith incomplete. Great cover.
Oh, nope. It's gonna be.
It was Grandy on the
Yeah, I was gonna
coverage.
say.
Marco
Grandy
Grandolfo.
came out of coverage as the linebacker position.
I mean, that's a tougher thing to do.
It's a tough
That's
call
tougher
to
thing do.
make. It happens.
Tough assignment to pick
Right.
up coming from the opposite side of the field, but that one called there on Grandolfo, the defensive pass interference. It was Jalen Smith was intended. So the ball will move up to the spot of the foul. I just hope we don't get heckled while we're live. That's all.
I love getting heckled.
I'm saying while we're on.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Probably
Makes
young
sense.
kids at home, and they just can't have that. No room for that.
Disrespectful, man.
1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. Loudermilk takes a snap, looking around. Oh my! Oh my!
Swallow.
And met with nothing.
That's Korzanowski.
What a hit!
Nolan Kors comes in off the D line. I'm sorry.
It blew him
He's
up.
back in the linebacker position. He came right through that offensive line, no issues. Swallowed him up.
So Loudermilk now with trips off to his left. Steps back, looking, firing. Another deep ball. That one incomplete, intended for Darrell. Great coverage there from Pachilo. This will be 3rd and 12. What a hit. I mean, look at this. What a hit. They know it too.
They love it. The juniors specifically, they're loving it.
But it's just like we were talking about, the energy, the confidence, it all feels a little bit different this year.
I really like the juniors on this team. You know, Korzanowski, Luke Babyface DiAgostino on the front, the offensive line alongside Chris Markison. I really love the juniors on this team. Their energy, their intensity, their will to play is much stronger than I expected.
So with 3:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter, 35-10, there's some confusion. Some confusion on the far side. There was not a timeout called, but gave everyone a little bit of a chance to plan. That was weird. 3rd and 12, 3:11 ball on the Hinsdale South 46-yard line. Taking the snap now. Loudermilk looking around. Blitz comes on. He fires. Kozak unable to bring it in. Great coverage there from Zach Sutter. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 12. I mean, this is just some action on the far side there. I kind of like, I'm kind of liking the, like, I know it's not supposed to happen, but talking trash after the play is over. I'm okay. It's cool. It's fine.
That's fun. Yeah.
I'm not encouraging it. But
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm not. Yeah.
It's something to get you going. Right?
Exactly. So, Castner will be back to receive.
Oh.
That's going to be. Oh man. Oh no.
Oh, he takes it himself. He punted, dude. Oh man. No,
All right.
no.
Whoa.
They're going to give him a late hit. That's such a terrible call. That's such a terrible call.
Watch it.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, wait. No, we're good. It was a block. I'm going to go block in the back.
Okay, then that's
Let's
a fair
go.
call. That's a fair call then. Oh, okay, that's on us too. Okay. I thought.
What's.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
it's our ball.
we're right. We're right. We're fine.
I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a late hit.
I thought it was going to be late
And
hit
I started
too.
to panic because
Yeah.
he was still on the green.
So the Dukes will get, I mean, that was just, yeah, there's not much you can say about that play. Pretty horrific snap. It'll be first down for the Dukes, leading 35-10, 2:57 left to go in the third quarter. If you are joining us, we appreciate you taking time out of your March Madness Friday and, well, frankly, joining our madness. In this is just, I don't even know what to, this is just slaughter at this point. Castner left side, churning forward. Beautiful cutback, touchdown, Patrick Castner. The Dukes extending the lead. 2:51 left to go in the third quarter. Patrick Castner's having himself one heck of a ball game. That's well beyond 100 yards receiving.
The senior Michigan.
Rushing. Sorry, go ahead.
Senior Michigan Tech commit. We said it all day. Third rushing touchdown. Great read from Castner, knowing where the open holes were, taking the extra 5 yards, dragging his defender, finding his way in the end zone.
You know, it's interesting because coming into tonight's game, you know, these were two teams that no one knew too much about,
right,
in terms of what to expect. But they were kind of saying, oh, you know, they're very easy to, you know, compare to each other. It's going to be a competitive game, you know, kind of right down to the wire. Maybe one team starts, you know, run away within the fourth quarter. But, I mean, the Dukes, if that held true, the Dukes blew expectations way out of the water, leading now 42-10 after a Max Hansman extra point. I mean, these guys, this is fun football to watch. And so with that, we will head to a quick break. Dukes lead 42-10, 2:51 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back to York Duke football on the York Sports Network.
For next week.
Hansman to kick. Special team unit on. 42-10, the Dukes lead. It's just fun football. We talk about it all the time. It's just fun football to watch. That student section on the Hinsdale South side has gotten a lot smaller.
Give me a sec. 1, 2.
Oh, my Lord, a big hit. Both on the tackle.
Woo!
That was a great hit there by Matisse. It was a great hit.
Oh, yeah. You know, something to point out. Oh, man. Sorry, something to point out.
I picked North Carolina, too. Go ahead.
I picked North Carolina, too. That's okay. Ohio State really kind of.
Go ahead.
You look across the way. Bobby, stop showing me the March Madness scores. Look across the way, and you see the few.
Loudermilk looking, handoff here to Steele. He'll barrel forward. A slight gain here, second down coming up.
Very important, right? You look across the way, and you see the few students left from the Hinsdale South side. Those are the guys you want to be friends with because they're loyal. The ones that left, no way. Those are the guys you want to be friends with because they're loyal.
That's a great light.
It's got to be like 40 degrees now, too, with wind.
So on 2nd and 6, we're coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Loudermilk looking a handoff here to Steele. And it's just, you know what? Jalen Smith has been completely taken out of this ballgame. I mean, he has been a name that we have not called. So whatever they did at halftime on the Duke defensive side of the ball has been working because that contain kicked in, and we were not calling Jalen Smith's name at all. 3rd and 5 with 1:45. You know, it's funny. You'd think the urgency would kind of set in being down by this much, you know, maybe try and carry energy over to next week and get something going, but there's just been no pickup in the pace whatsoever for Hinsdale South.
It's just
fiery.
a huge, and they're bad pass. It's a huge miscoaching on the other side. You know, just it's more often than never it's the coach's responsibility for the sloth-like tendencies on the offensive side. It's bad.
All right, 4th and 5, 1:25 back to receive. Again, it's Patrick Castner. You know, Castner filling in for Malaga.
He needs to be out of there.
Remember, Malaga did exit the game.
Yeah.
Seems to be fine. The kick now up and away. This one will take a Duke bounce, actually a neutral bounce. But we'll be at about the Duke 43-yard line. We'll get another look right after this. So now it will be Mikey Boyzen to the left of Assad. Handoff Boyzen, he looks around and gaining some traction, getting for barreling up to midfield in the 50-yard line. 2nd down coming up. You know, I think what a great way to just instill just that much more confidence in a running back than to score a touchdown. Boyzen on that reception, and things have just looked even. There's been so much, just so many good things to say. Not enough time to say it, frankly. We just got where Patrick Castner, 112 yards rushing,
112, 114, 112, 14, 114, right.
I mean, that's.
And we talked about it at the beginning of the game. X Factor, Castner, Boyzen, dual running game. It's worked perfectly. Not even running game, but
Boyzen
backfield.
picks up
Boyzen.
the first down, left
Let's
side.
go.
Here he goes. He's got some daylight, wrapped up and taken down at the 20-yard line. Mikey Boyzen started making
talking about it,
for
showing
himself.
off the wheels, finding the open hole around the side. That was a perfect executed run by Boyzen.
Again, and you know, you and I were talking about how Mikey's just the perfect story about what came with this year. I mean, moved up north to Wisconsin, went to Wilmot Union High School, was a quarterback there, had a great year. Got the offer from Carthage.
Played 2 games, played 2 well-played games. Yeah.
And is now back here. I mean, that's a lot to give up, but that's what some people have had to do. He left here, left his friends. You know, you being one of them, I'd probably leave too.
But
it's just a great story.
Right. He's a person with a very player with a very smart football-minded brain. He knows the game, ins and outs, offense, defense. Great ball. Field vision. I'm sorry. Field vision.
That's the second time you've done that.
Showed it off. Clearly can catch the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
All right, so we will move things to the other side right after this break. I mean, this is getting better and better.
It's getting better.
It's getting more and more fun.
Love the offense.
We'll see you for the 4th quarter right after this.
They're going to.
From the 20-yard line. Handoff here to Boyzen. He goes, cuts, barrels forward, inside the 10-yard line, and up to about the 6. I mean, Mikey, this running back duel.
Right.
This is scary.
And this is something that they instilled, I think, less than 2 weeks ago. This is something Boyzen went into this season expecting to play quarterback, backup quarterback. They tossed him in at running back for a practice. They loved him. And he's been playing it ever since.
I remember we were talking to him, he's obviously someone who played, defense on the defensive side of the ball and cornerback, all through his life. Here he goes, takes a chance playing running back. You and I kind of looked at each other when he told us he was playing running back, like, what? He has shut us up. Assad, the give to Boyzen, right side up, and Mikey Boyzen has his second touchdown of the night. The Dukes extend the lead even further. Mikey Boyzen has one rushing, has one receiving. That's our guy.
Number 7, Mike Boyzen. I feel like 20 and 7 are two numbers we'll be saying a lot this season in the rushing game.
I do too, and this is just the perfect way to just kind of make our way to ending that as we have 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Handsman. Fourth quarter, thank you. Just keep it rolling. 49-10 lead. Whew. Dane, if you would have told me that the score was going to be 49-10 at this point in the ball game, the Dukes were winning about 3 months ago, I would say what? But this is great.
Half the things I say you think I'm crazy, but still.
But this is great. Great football to watch. Exciting. Everyone's fired up here. Obviously, it's going to be a whole lot better when we got 150 seniors in the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
How fun is that going to be?
It's going to be electrifying, Gavin. I think this game is not – this game's over, right? It's easy to say.
It would be amazing. If there was a comeback, this will be on ESPN in the morning.
I think going forward, this game isn't about this game anymore. This game is about next week. This game's about next. I'm sorry.
I gotta wrap my mind
this
around
game
what you
is
said.
about. This game is more about next week's game. It's gonna build momentum heading into next week against a very built Glenbard West team. Correct? At home. Yeah. At home. We played away last year on a Saturday morning, I believe.
And this will be kind of our first experience to see how fans really factor in to a ball game this year. I mean, because with basketball, we didn't get the opportunity to see that. Games mostly ended the way we thought they would.
And in high school sports, huge factor, the fans. Friday
will be a test. Friday will be a test. And what you do in these next 11 minutes and what you produce can really carry over to next week. And, if this whole game is any indication, well, I think we're in pretty good shape because that is no easy opponent in Glenbard West. So with that, the Dukes lead 49-10. Just awesome. Mikey Boyzen, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. A great night for him. Patrick Castner, over 100 yards rushing. Max Assad has been a rifle in the pocket. Handsman kicks off, and this defense, so great. It was taken away here by Collins as Pachilo wraps him up at about the 28-yard line. And, defensively, we give so much credit to the offense, but defensively, that turnover on the first play of the ball game really turned things around.
Huge momentum swing, Gavin. That's what it's about. When you kick off to begin, you start on defense, you want to take away, right? And then after that, you want to score early and often. That's exactly what they did. Couldn't have went any better.
Loudermilk with Steele behind him. Looking, fires. It's Claudier at the 40, wrapped up and ripped down. A tackle there by Zach Sutter. We've called a lot of names that I don't think you and I thought we were going to be calling today. And that's what shows you the depth of this team. There is not a far drop-off between, player 11 and let's say substitution of 12 on this team. It's just so strong all throughout. Great block there from Nolan. Dane, take the last name.
Korzanowski?
Thank you. He had the strong hit. That hit that he had in the backfield against Steele was...
And he came out of nowhere. Lined up as a linebacker. Believe he's playing... I can't see him right now. Weak side.
Taking a snap, Loudermilk, looking, surveying, fires in. Great job there. Jalen Jones called him a lot, not allowing Jalen Smith to have any impact on this ball game whatsoever since the first half. 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. This is, we talked about a guy early, Aaron Kozak, number 85 for the Hornets, who's 6'4", 230. I mean, that's someone who you thought they utilized a little bit more, especially after their first drive. I haven't called his name much at all. As Loudermilk now looks to give to Steele. Steele, I have a gain here of about 5 yards. Move up to the 44-yard line. But this is, again, no urgency. Now you're looking at 4th down. And this is where
you gotta go for it too.
Yeah, it's
or not.
No, they're not going to listen to you.
No one ever listens to me, Gavin.
So Owen will be back to kick.
I don't understand. I really don't.
I just think it hasn't been much. There's been a little bit of a lack of pride.
Yeah,
the kick away. This one stops right on. I mean, that was a little.
I don't understand the call.
Phil Mickelson backspin, but no, I don't either. I really don't.
I'm honestly kind of mind baffled.
You had 4th and 5. I know it was in your own territory, but at this point, it's kind of.
You have nothing to lose.
You have nothing to lose. You really don't. We talk about so much about the energy carrying it into next week, and that was one of those points where it's kind of throw your hat in the ring. Why not? And not using it, and now you put a team out here in York whose offense has been stellar. But we'll get a look at Colin Doherty.
Fairly new offensive line, new running back, receivers, Jack Wagner, Cal Harris.
The give there was to Trevor Vicens. Yeah, Cal Harris was a guy who frankly, I mean, I know this game kind of got out of hand very quickly, but I think he's a guy going for it. You're probably going to see, having a few more receptions here and there as the season goes on, because he is quite a talent, and he's really a fun guy to watch. And tonight obviously the rushing game got going. That kind of led to us, restricting the passing game. But I mean, what a game! It's Doherty.
I believe an entirely new. Is it Vicens?
That's Vicens on the carry. I think it's entirely new.
Entirely new everything. New offensive line. Tully's in the game. Colin Boots in at tackle.
8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
I'm chilly. My toes are cold, Gavin.
Mine are too. Gavin. Doherty moves Vicens over to his left. Miscommunication to his right. 3rd and 6. Doherty takes it himself. Went forward, trying to cut back, but wrapped up and taken down at the 41. 4th and 4 coming up. The punt team heads out as we approach 7 minutes left in the ballgame. But Tyler Pachallo, he's a guy who Tyler hasn't punted too much tonight. I mean, this is
he has
not. And that's something
only one time
where last year we did see it was a little bit of a different story, but this is an offense that's more than just one-dimensional. I mean, obviously last year you talk about guys like Nick Conroy who were just fantastic backs.
Right.
Obviously Owen was a great wide receiver. And the offensive line was great. But it just, for some reason, really great offensive line. But it just looks different this year.
Yeah, I really like the juniors. I haven't seen anything from them coming into this season. I'm really impressed. Especially the offensive line. I really didn't expect to see what I saw today. Players like Chris Markison came out of the game a little early. Delury at center. Luke Babyface DiAgostino. I'm extremely impressed with the junior offensive line.
And like you said, all knew everything. That's an understatement. Because it really is all new. Just I don't even gotta refresh here. Fires right side. This one completed a Codier. Excuse me, that was Terrell on the Terrell on the reception and working things forward to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
I believe that was Zach Sutter's first or second tackle of a game of his high school career, I believe. Right?
I believe you're right.
I don't think he played freshman.
I don't think so either. Man, it's just even. No, Castner actually catches some daylight. That was great. That was
good read.
The improv there was next to none. I mean, yeah, I don't want to act like the game's over because I know that's, poor sportsmanship, so we're not going to do that. But this has been, this is everything, you could have wanted tonight. It was a strong, especially going into Glenbar West week. This is the kind of stuff that you need. That Glenbar West defense is going to be a true test. And you talk about running backs and that dual threat at running back. This is where you're going to really have to utilize both of them, Castner and Boyzen. Not only that, this defense is going to have a big game next week. So, going forward, how much of an impact do you think that front four getting to the quarterback next week will play a role in walking away with a win?
I think it's huge because it leads to momentum. It leads to scores. Like we saw earlier, score early, score often. That first takeaway of the game completely put momentum on our side from the first minute of the game.
Yeah, there were points in that second quarter where it felt like things kind of, a great one-handed snag there. Well, Kozak, he exists. I was talking about how we weren't calling his name. That was a great catch on the near side. But, it's one of those things where putting pressure on the quarterback next week is, like you said, is going to be so important. It's such a key. And not only momentum, but, you start to fluster a quarterback.
Yes.
I think now we have the talent in the secondary, cornerback, and even these middle linebackers. These middle linebackers, we saw Grandolfo, a linebacker, I shouldn't say middle linebacker, but a linebacker.
Coming off the bench.
And not only that, working into coverage against one of the quickest players on the field in Jalen Smith. I mean, these are not, as the carry here, and that will be a touchdown for Williams.
But as you were saying with the defense, corners, Jalen Jones, your Bandit, your Rover, Castner.
Talk about
Castner and Rainier.
You know what? I actually loved Pachilo, and I loved
even
the
Fred
fact,
Levins.
And I love the fact that, you had guys like Gavin Hendren, who last year, sat out for a majority of the season. He came out here, he didn't miss a beat.
No,
I mean,
starting
these guys,
right at safety.
These guys didn't miss a beat. And not only that, it's just important that everyone's on the same page. And, what we can hope here tonight is that the same thing happens next week. So with that, 4:45 left to go in the ball game. Dukes now lead 49-17. We'll be right back to Hinsdale South to wrap up this ball game and walk away with a win. 4:45 left in the fourth quarter. This is York Dukes football on YSN. So Dane and I get a series of texts during games asking for shout-outs.
Oh, no.
So,
You
my mic wasn't down. Hold on. So Dane and I get a series of texts during games asking for shout-outs. And do you have any? Did you run through all of yours on your phone?
I don't wanna give any
Well, I
shout-outs. You
just-
can give
I
them for
okay,
me.
Ready? So obviously Emmett and the boys, we got that one down already.
Okay.
Haley Williams, Colin Hill, Frank Temple, and Emma Barron. Today is your lucky day. You've now been mentioned. Why is that?
I run down my list. Got my brother Eric.
Oh, great. Good
Haley
start.
also.
All love. Cal Harris. All love with the brother. I like that you mentioned your brother first. That's brotherly love right there.
Matthew Castner as well.
All right. This is
Freshman brother.
We should do this segment. This little segment that we just did. We'll come up with a creative name at some point.
Yeah.
But we just ran through our shout-outs. We don't have to awkwardly sneak in names.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Just
Only I think it has to be only during wins though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit up my Venmo though. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think that's actually fair. It's a great business.
No. I don't think it's legal,
It's
Gavin.
a great idea. Doherty with the handoff to Aiden Naraki, who typically plays on the defensive.
Yeah,
That was Nargi, right? Yeah.
he's typically a
Typically on
linebacker.
the defensive side of the ball. I think we're just getting creative
Grew
tonight.
up. Yeah.
We're gonna play it Steve Sarkisian style. Texas offense was actually an awful hire. Great hire, but the University of Texas is so political. I mean, you take a job as a head coach at Texas, you're a political figure in the state of Texas. I love Steve Sarkisian. If he was my coach, it'd be a different story, but he's not. But I think that's what we're doing. We're getting creative.
Yeah,
I think
like the
Devontae
creativity.
Smith is about to walk out of the tunnel. Doherty again. With the handoff to Naraki.
Yeah, talk about the game, though. I think Doherty's doing a great job of
I think he is. And
staying under control, keeping the game rolling. Naraki running the ball. So there's an Hornet injury on our side of the field.
It's one of those things where, not only is there depth at running, actually, there's depth everywhere, but, Doherty is a great guy to complement, Assad. Assad obviously has the gun. He's got the cannon. But Doherty, kind of that dual-threat quarterback. We saw that read option there a few moments ago.
He's kind of shadowed Assad the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you know what? It's and again, his running only helps. So it'll be interesting going forward. I think this team still has a lot to kind of, uncover in terms of, what they're capable of. But tonight we definitely got a hint of the, full-on potential of what could happen. But obviously this season, as this rolls on, is only going to get, more and more tougher as fatigue sets in and different things like that. Injuries, obviously, we saw tonight could start playing a little bit of a factor. But a fun game to call so far. We hope you're enjoying it at home. And yet again, this has been York Dukes Football, York Sports Network. 3:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. We will be right back right after this. Resuming action now, just over 3.5 to go. Now 3:30 to go in the up-to-the-ball game. Doherty to the left side, showing the wheels and about one football. I think what just happened? I actually
A little pile up.
I think
it looked
the-
like
I-
the Dukes
the ball-
have the
the
ball.
ball-
And
the ball come
referee's
out
gonna
and then they
signal.
recover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was fun.
He stripped it right from
There's
him.
some weird
No?
stuff. The more and more
Wait.
the game goes on,
Yeah, I don't know.
man, this is just.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
We got the ball.
Yeah, I think the ball was fumbled, picked up. Let's gain a couple more yards.
Yeah.
Man, we need to dress warmer next time. This is.
I need toe warmers or like thicker socks.
Folks,
these white Nike socks are not doing the job. Whew. And there's no wind either. I'm just cold, man.
2:40 left to go. You know what I think we should start normalizing? The Peyton Manning leg kick in the gun. It's just the yeah, exactly.
You know what I need? I need a pair of those
Doherty
leggings.
loses the ball in the exchange to Vicens. Recovers at the 49. What were you saying?
I need a pair of those long leggings that Kavanaugh wears. That would warm me up.
Oh, you want him to sign them for you too?
No, I'm just saying, like the play. Like I'm looking at Korzanowski, the Assad. I need a pair of those. You see what I'm talking about?
I think
they're warm.
I think they're just yeah. I think yeah.
Oh, I don't want
compression.
to sign them. I'll sign them myself.
I think yeah. We're in the I don't know. There's play clock set up. I think we could just sit here for handoff to Vicens. The right side will gain about 2. This will third down coming up.
Ooh. It's like you get the jitters.
But yeah, this is. I mean, you know, these last 8 minutes have been proof that the depth on this team is phenomenal. But this, this Hinsdale South defense was down and out early. It's fair to say.
Yeah. I think they were down after the first play.
50 seconds left to go.
The very first play of this game, Hinsdale South down and out. Fumble recovery, in my opinion.
Doherty takes a snap, goes to the left side, turning upfield, taking a couple hits, but up past the 45, 4th down upcoming. But that will most likely send us to the end of the ballgame. No need for victory formation. The Dukes walk away from this one 49-17. What a ball game it's been. Dane, your takeaways from tonight's ball game.
I think we've talked about it enough. We've talked about it plenty of times.
I think we
really ran through it a lot. The Dukes giving them a little wave goodbye, the way we were waving to the fans in the parking lot as they were leaving in the third quarter. Mirror image. I'll just say a little short. I really love the offense. The run game, the pass game, everything about it. I was shocked by the offensive line. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, this defense and this offense are going to be really fun to see, again, in front of fans. We're just excited to be back. A little bit more of a normal game next year, Glenbar West. Hope to see you there. But until then, this has been York Dukes Football on York Sports Network. For Dane Emmerich, I am Gavin Hughes, and for everyone here, YS